Hi, how are you? How you doing? How was your week? Let me think. Some of you had off one day this week. There was snow, there was rain, there was all kinds of stuff. It was a little bit of a crazy week, as it always is. So I was thinking about that a little bit. I was thinking about what happened. I think my cable box goes out sometimes, right? And so I have to reboot it. I have to stop it and start it again. The computer does that. We have to do that quite often. My phone and my tablet, you have to reboot them. And then something happened, I can't remember what, but it was something weird, and I tried rebooting it, and it worked. So sometimes, in order to fix something, all you have to do is stop it and start it again. Honestly, I think that's true with your life. Sometimes you have to stop what you're doing and start it again. If you're having a bad year, if you're not feeling well, if my dad has to have surgery today, and so he had to go in the hospital and basically stop his life that he had to restart it again, to get going again. That's how things work. Sometimes you can't just change them. Sometimes you got to stop it quick and then start it all over again. And you know, God knows this, and He says this to us in the Bible. In 1 Corinthians 13:11, it says, "When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, I made plans like a child. But when I became a man, I stopped those childless ways." I stopped. So it's not meaning that we're doing childish things. It just means that the way we've been doing things isn't working. I've been going to church a long time. I've been going to church for about 30 years here at Wesley, and I run the Sunday school, I do the preschool, and I help out with I do stuff, right? Like we all do. And then COVID hit, right? And what I was doing wasn't working anymore because we had no church anymore. There was no thrift store anymore. There wasn't even a preschool that was here. I couldn't come to church on Sundays. I'd come to work and there'd be no children. So I had to stop what I was doing. And then I had to start again. So you know what I did was I had to think how to do this differently, how to do my spiritual life differently. And so I did a video, which I had never heard of before. I did not know you could do that. I did not understand it. I'm not very good at it. And it took a long time to get it to a point where I could do it. But I stopped doing things in the normal way that were normal for me. I started doing them a little different, like this video. And it started out to be for the kids. It ended up not so much for kids as just for people who, need some 10-minute thing to watch on a Friday afternoon. But it helps me. By stopping what I was doing and restarting, rebooting, I started to understand a little more. I started to learn a little more. At the very least, I'm reading the Bible more because I'm looking up verses that kind of help me. And I have a new perspective on what I think that God is there doing for us or doing for me. In the Bible, it says, wisdom is the most important thing. This is Proverbs 4:7. Now, this is different than I thought. Wisdom is the most important thing. So get wisdom. If it costs everything you have, get understanding. So basically, in the Bible, it's saying, learn. Learn. Stop what you're doing and learn. Isaiah 43:18-19, the Lord said, forget what happened before. Don't think about the past. Start all over again. Look at the new thing I'm going to do. It's already happening. Don't you see it? So that's what God does. He stops it and your life. He stops what's happening to restart it. And the reason I want to say this is this. There's a lot of us out here who have a lot of anxieties, a lot of fears. It's gotten worse the last 2 years, but it's always been there. You talk to your friends, you can see. If they don't have it, there's somebody that's very close to them that has anxiety or panic attacks or just fear of life. And that's not working anymore because it stops. It stops you from doing things. This fear stops me from doing things that are good for me and doing things that are good for other people. And so this is what God said. He said, listen, learn. Think about what you're doing and how can we change it. There's something in your life that you're afraid of. There's something in your life that gives you a little bit of anxiety. Maybe just a little bit, maybe a lot. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't have some kind of a fear or an anxiety. And sometimes you can't fix it on your own. And you want to. You know, I had a fear of meeting other people when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. And my mom kind of pushed me and said, you need to fix this. So I had to stop my thinking, the way I was thinking, and see a therapist. And put myself out there that I had never done before. When I was a kid, I was very shy, very, very shy and afraid of a lot of things. But my mom kind of pushed me and said, listen, you need to have a life and a family. You know, you turn 18, you turn 19, you want your children to have a family. So she kind of pushed me. So I had to stop how I was thinking. This job that I have right now, you can't really be shy. You got to put yourself out there. This video that we're doing, I have to be okay with putting myself out there. There had to be a change. I had to stop what I was doing and reboot. And I did. Reboot is a word that I don't think I knew before computers came in. It's a good word. And on my computer it doesn't say that, it says restart. So, what about this? What about if there's something in your life that you're afraid to do, or that you have anxiety about, or worried about, or it just stops you from doing something? Stop. Get some information. Learn. You could go in the Bible, but you can go in other things too. Now we got Google. Google it and see. What can you do to change that? What can you do to either make it better or accept it? And then see if that helps. Because not for nothing, when I started doing these videos, I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't trust it. And I was afraid of it. And I still do them now. And I don't really have to because the kids are coming for Sunday school, the church is open. But it helps me. It gives me that calmness to get through. Especially when I go back and watch it. And when people respond to me and say, thank you. Or I kind of never thought of it that way. Or I really like this. Or it gives me calmness. So I put myself out there and I got back something I needed. You can do it too. Whatever you have in your life. And sometimes you don't know what it is. But anything that you can think of that you're worried about, or that you get a little bit of thing in your stomach where it hurts a little bit, or there's tears in your eyes when it comes. Got to put yourself out there and change, reboot. I was going to tell you that 2 songs that are songs that I remember, and one is John Lennon. And John Lennon, the last song that he wrote was Starting Over. And in it, it says, it's time to spread our wings and fly. Don't let another day go by, my love. It'll be just like starting over. So that's what he wanted to do. And he would have if he could have. And then there's I can see clearly now. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way, and gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Think about what's stopping you from doing what you want to do. Stop that behavior and then change it. Reboot. See a therapist. Go online and get more information. Read the Bible. Go to church. Talk to your friends. Go to school. Go to school. You could do school online now. Anything. Join a club. Ride a horse. Think about rebooting. Not your whole life, not everything in the world, just one thing. Let me know how it goes. Maybe this pandemic, maybe this change that has come through the entire world, maybe something can come from that. Honestly, I think that the World Health Organization and the countries are going to be rebooting, and it's going to make it better because there's going to be more of a knowledge of viruses that are out there. So let's use this time ourselves and think about what you want to reboot and do it. Have a great week and good luck. I love you. I miss you a lot, but we'll be together soon. See you later.